Hi everyone, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today's video is actually just going to be one of my matches where we lost, and I'm going to be going through the match, kind of explaining what we did right and what we did wrong. So it's Ever Sleeping, we're playing against an Axe Boy. I played Merc this round because no one else would. I don't really like playing Merc because I'm not very good at him, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So he didn't quite notice me here, I think, and decided to go into Graveyard, check if anyone was there, realized no one was decoding there, and walked back towards me. Since I left the corrupt area, I had a purple fireball around me, and he decided to chase me for a bit, get rid of some of my resources, maybe get a hit on me. So here I'm kiting and just kind of thinking, haha, please leave me alone. I don't want to kite. I'm playing Merc. That's not my job. I'm not supposed to kite. Run up into 2-story, a really good kiting area and good loop. And at this point, he leaves me to try to switch on to a better target to chase. Mercenary is not the best person to chase. Even if you get him down fast, he lasts so long on chair and everything. So the Axe Boy finds the bot here, gets a hit on it, and makes his move towards the mechanic. The mechanic realized her bot got killed and started moving away. And for a moment, he's kind of deciding between going for the mechanic and going for the seer that was decoding nearby, and he eventually decides to go for the seer. The seer is out in the open, not a very good spot, uses his owl, so the Axe Boy decides to wait it out. He already has his first presence because he got a terror shock on the bot, and he's chasing him here. So the seer's just kiting, you know, stalling time, trying to get some distance before his owl goes away, and now he's just gonna kite, try to buy as much time as he can. The Axe Boy just barely misses that fireball, keeps kiting, and then the seer gets hit through the pallet and takes this chance to transition. So he keeps kiting, keeps kiting. Over there you saw a purple fireball circle someone other than the seer, so that is actually the explorer searching for a page right there. And the seer goes down here. He did a pretty good kite. My cipher's a little behind because I got chased for a bit. The mechanic was decoding 2 ciphers, so now she's focused on her main body since her bot is gone, and the explorer's searching for pages. The Axe Boy went for getting a branch and realized the explorer was there, so he actually decided to chase the explorer right then. And so he starts kiting, gets on the train, and I got a free rescue on the seer, but I used up my tide, so I'm just gonna go back to decoding, try to finish my cipher, and the seer is gonna go get some decoding done as well, ideally get healed. So the explorer, although he was kiting, does go down. And he's near my cipher, so the Axe Boy decides to try to pressure my cipher, but I finish it just in time, so I don't have to worry about that. I don't really want to go for the save right now because I already used up my tide turner, and I'm assuming the mechanic has some, and once I got hit by that fireball, like the boosted child I am, I was like, yeah, no, I'm out. It's not worth it for me to go for that save because I don't have tide turner. And I'd be getting double hit, and the explorer would just get farmed. Unfortunately, the mechanic was a lot further away than I thought she was. I didn't realize she was so far away, and since it's a full presence Axe Boy, she gets slowed down every time she leaves the corrupt area as well. So she gets the save, but the explorer gets farmed. She picks up his 100% page, but unfortunately, she's not able to pop a cipher with it. I was thinking maybe, you know, if she picks up that page, pops a cipher, maybe we'll be able to get that corner house cipher that her bot was originally on. If we could maybe get that cipher done. But we weren't able to get that done in time before he was found, and the mechanic went down as well. So we finished that cipher at Fake Gate. I think I might have said Corner House earlier. I meant Fake Gate. We finished the Fake Gate cipher and run to pick up the mechanic so that she can get to a cipher and have it primed pretty much, since she picked up that 100% page from the Explorer. So the Axe Boy finds the Seer here. And right now it's really looking like a tie. You know, he dodges that fireball, takes a basic hit, and the cipher pops. So the Seer is kiting. He's trying to stall out time for us to open the gate. I'm at the gate opening it. I have 2 elbow pads, so everything should be all right. And right here, the Seer goes down to a fireball, and the Axe Boy teleports instantly. And this is where I make my biggest mistake of the game. I take a hit to finish opening the door, and that's not necessarily that bad, because we should still be able to tie even if I go down there. But what I should have done after I finished opening the door is elbow pad away, so that towards Corner House, so that I'm further away from the Seer. Because when he decides to pick me up here, he ended up carrying me in the direction of the Seer, and now he spots the mechanic, and she has to kite, and she's not very far from either of us, and it's an Axe Boy with detention. It's not exactly going to be an easy kite for her, and she does a really good job mind gaming the pallets and trying to do that, but she unfortunately gets hit through that pallet. And since she was so close to the gate, she gets chaired near it, and the Seer and I are unable to make it to the gate. So here, we're kind of stuck in this spot where we're trying to either both get out for the tie, or one of us rescues the mechanic. And unfortunately, the Seer gets screwed up by the train and goes down here. So I'm like, okay, I have to go for the save. Detention's about to go out, and I mess up my elbow pad and go God knows where. So another mistake from my part, and I get hit there. And although I'm able to make the save, there's no way I can get to the gate in time before I go down. So we're not in a good situation here. And the mechanic, she gets teleported on, and she doesn't really want to leave, it seems. And she's hoping that maybe we can still pull off some sort of tie if she doesn't leave quite yet. But the Seer gets chaired, and I'm still trying to pick myself up, but since I'm a merc, I have really slow healing. I'm not able to pick myself up fast enough to get to the Seer. So the mechanic continues stalling time, hoping maybe I'll be able to get up, but I just can't self-heal fast enough. So the Seer dies, and then the mechanic gets chaired, and I pick myself up and leave because that's all I can do. The mechanic's dead on chair, and it's a one-man escape. So this game was pretty messy. I mean, it started out really looking like a win. If we'd been able to get that rescue off on Explorer before half, use that page, and then to decode a full cipher, and then the other cipher was already like 70% or so. Like, we totally could have won that match, and then so we save after half and unfortunately aren't able to pop the ciphers before he goes down, so you'd think, oh, it's a tie. But with all of the mistakes made in the end game, we took that away from ourselves. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I threw. And I'm not proud of it. It's just, everyone messes up sometimes, and this is a match where I screwed up. And I'm not going to say I'm the only person that screwed up that entire game, but I definitely made some really big mistakes that influenced the game. And, I mean, things that could have changed the game, I mean, we could have still won if we got the rescue before half. As for a tie, if I just elbow patted away instead of taking the hit and opening the game, we probably could have tied. If, even without that, I did take the hit, but then elbow patted away towards corner house, I would have been further away from both the mechanic and the seer. Then it could still be a tie. If the mechanic had kited further away from middle and she had gone towards the other side of the map or something, we could have tied. There were a lot of different things that we could have done to tie the match, but we pretty much did everything wrong there. And these are decisions that are sometimes a lot harder to make in the game, and sometimes it's really basic, and it also depends on different people. I coach for Legacy, so when I'm watching the match as a spectator, I can notice every single detail, and I'm like, this is where you're going wrong, this is what you're doing wrong, this is what you're doing wrong. And it's a lot easier for me to see those decisions in the moment. But when I'm playing myself, and I'm sure for lots of other people it's similar, it's a lot harder to focus on all of that and make the right decision in the right moment when it seems to be such a small decision, but it has such a big influence. So yeah, this was my loss analysis game. I hope you guys learned something from this video, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye!